What's up, Side Selection viewers? It's Gabe again with another dose of NA Hopium ahead of the winter semifinal match in the NALCS. This time, hopefully, with fixed audio issues. I really appreciate all the feedback and support that Episode 1 received, and look forward to building upon it with another look into some great gameplay from NALCS teams. So, speaking of support, today we're going to look at support movement and the trend of support starting to move completely away from bot lane in order to help the other parts of the map in the early game. Why are we doing this exactly? Well, let's dive in. The example that we're focusing on for great LCS gameplay today is from CoreJJ in Game 4 of the Team Liquid vs Cloud9 Winners Quarterfinals of the NALCS playoffs. After, we'll look at two LPL examples to further highlight this concept being used in other regions with great success. As always, the big disclaimer is that this look into what NA teams are doing right is not an excuse to suggest that we as a region are doing everything right. We have a lot to work on, but also some good gameplay as well to be looking into. So, for this moment, let's get a whiff of our Hopium for the day. I believe it was the great mid/support Gandalf the Grey that said, "A support is never late, dear viewer, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to." Or something like that. And in this case, CoreJJ's goal on the Shen is to arrive to protect his more volatile lanes on time. Based on the team comps, Ziggs is a very independent laner, and Taliyah mostly wants to be playing towards the Renekton and not the bottom lane, meaning Shen's presence in bottom lane has minimal impact. Knowing this, CoreJJ moves to the top side of the map for the majority of this early game. In this first instance, he pushes out Vulcan's initially good roam and secures top crab for Santorin. From 4:30 to 6 minutes, CoreJJ helps the 3v3, secures a good pink on the top side of the map, and even helps Jace push in his wave to have a base where he comes out with a better set of items than Renekton. Notice the tier, the executioners, all things that are able to help this Jace scale and be a bigger bully in the lane phase. All the while, Ziggs is farming without any pressure from the Varus lane. No help from jungle, support, any other player means the Varus ultimate is not a kill threat or dive threat alone when Ziggs has flash. At 7 minutes and 30 seconds, Shen arrives top to help in trying to maintain a freeze and force C9 to bring multiple members in order to break it. As Shen secures some top vision afterwards and paths back down, the game blows open in a mid lane 3v2. Notice how Taliyah is actually not there on time. Through the use of his flash taunt and Sejuani ultimate, TL secures a serious advantage on the top side of the map. Also notice how Shen is ahead in his quest at the 9-minute mark, getting his set of wards due to being able to help push out and catch waves with his solo laners. All of this occurs before Shen is level 6, and the cherry on top, no pun intended, is that the first Shen ultimate usage completely stuffs C9's plan on topside, turning a 2v1 opener with the Renekton Taliyah into a 3v2 fight that favors TL as Alphari successfully disengages. Jace is eventually able to crash the wave and get an extra 2 plates as Taliyah comes back on the map and places a very underwhelming Herald mid. All the while, Tactical is over-leveled, having more points in his skills to be able to wave clear, and the Lost Chapter item in order to maintain mana to keep wave clearing over and over again in the bot lane. The TL situation is pretty much perfect given the early game disadvantages they may have had, and they can eventually snowball this into a better and better game state. CoreJJ and Team Liquid had an excellent understanding of each team's early game condition and the favorable lane states needed in order to succeed in the early game, leading to CoreJJ always being on the side of the map that he needed to be on. The bot lane and jungle combo of Cloud9 would have had a hard time finishing Ziggs off before level 6, so CoreJJ supported his slower clearing jungler and more volatile solo lanes in the form of a melee versus melee matchup mid and his top laner versus Renekton Talia. Today, I have 2 clips about this to show you all from the LPL. In this first clip, Nico moves up to help Xin use Herald and potentially dive on the top side, which is WE's strong side as it features a more volatile matchup in Jace vs Set when compared to the bot lane. The jungle support duo base off the initial Phrakture, expecting a defense, and then go back top as Jace maintains his push. Nico, seeing Trundle, also helps him decide to match and push him out of topside. The Herald is used, and all 5 plates are taken thanks to Nico's pressure. As an added win for WE, Ziggs' ultimate completely negates the potential for a full punish on the other side. The gold lead goes from -1000 to +300 for WE through this play. In this second clip of OMG vs TES, Leona uses the fact that they should base on bottom lane to help the Gwen that got zoned earlier. The pressure on Jace is now threefold. OMG's jungler is topside, Ryze bases and gives Kiana a timer on the map, and support has a free move. This all means that Jace can get pressured off of a wave crashing top. OMG moves all 4 members up as the wave crashes, and they kill the Jace. Poor one out for Leona for not even getting an assist though. The silver lining to Leona's movement is that Jinx does go unpunished, as the duo is able to get back together, with Jinx losing very little. That's it for today's episode of NA Hopium. Be on the lookout for supports being anywhere but bottom lane as the LCS playoffs continue, with some special attention to any teams that play mages like Syndra or Ziggs bottom. Feel free to give feedback, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like this content and would like to see more of it. Until next time.